Hello, everybody. We are here for Legally Cute, the cute and cozy speedruns that are being shown on the GDQ Hotfix. I am the host, Cutie Roo SR. I am more than happy to showcase what we are going to be doing tonight. It is the cute steampunk night, and I think it's definitely adorable for Revenge of the 5th. Yeah. Yep. Revenge of the 5th is cute steampunk for our SteamWorld quest, Hand of Gilgamech. I wanted to make sure I didn't say mesh, but hey, I just let that out. Oh well. Anywho, we have a fantastic runner as well as commentary tonight. I have them on right now. If you all would like to say hi, we will go with Tom first and then Nicole.
Sure. Hello, I'm Mech Analyst Tom, and thank you so much for having me.
I'm Nicole Goodnight, and I'm very excited to be here.
And I am more than happy for you both to be here. I love the run, did watch it, and I definitely think this will be a lot of fun. I may or may not have a friend that has done this game too, but I'll say that when we go into it. So we will, whenever you are ready for your countdown, just let us know and we will start.
Sure thing. I think we should be everything's ready to go. I did the easiest speed tech in the world, which was I booted up a different save before starting this. There's a very large initial load whenever you boot up the game. So you save 30 seconds just by opening up a different save file first. Yeah, we're going to be doing this speedrun of SteamWorld Quest. Any percent Squire, which I mean is just regular any percent because it's fastest. We know how to beat the game. And Squire is the easiest difficulty. And don't let the easiest difficulty fool you. We get underleveled very quickly, and that's not going to change. And this game is just a brief overview, is an RPG. SteamWorld Games, they've done a bunch of different types, but this is their foray into an RPG. Got a party size of 3, and then our combat is turn-based, and it's also card-based. So think Slay the Spire and other deck and card-based RPGs. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of very quick thinking. Earlier on, we can chat and hang out, but some of the later chapters, I'm gonna basically just be voicing my thoughts as we're doing the fights because it takes a lot of concentration, but it's a lot of fun, and I love this speedrun. So yeah, we are good to go.
Awesome.
All right.
Whenever you're ready for the countdown.
All right, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, woo, yeah.
Woo! Whoa, yeah, woo! But yeah, it has a lot of this game has a lot of homages to just RPG tropes in general, while also bringing in its the SteamWorld general little splash of color. Starting with just a nice little adventure with our friend in the forest, and fighting a little bit of Colgans here. Our first glimpse at the combat, which we draw 6 cards, and we can redraw 2 cards, and then play 3 for our attacks. And this is the only fight in the entire game where the hand is completely determined. We know exactly what cards we're going to get and where. And we already had an unfortunate little slowdown. We were hoping for 3 green materials from that very first fight, and we only got 2, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do another basically identical fight just to get 3 green materials because we need that moving forward. Little item there on the side for 10% more damage. And when we engage fights optionally, which will be very rare, we, for the most part, don't really want to engage in any fights whatsoever. But when we do, we can give them a smack before we enter the fight, and that lowers their HP by 10%. Yeah. So for this game, for the decks that we're having to work with, the decks are, wow, we got 4 green materials. That's excessive now. I have too many. But we have 8 cards per character is what our deck is going to be. And we can do no more or no less than that. It has to be 8 cards. So we can't, unfortunately, do some silly scenarios where we have a deck of like only 6 cards and we just draw the same cards every time. So we actually have to build our deck and plan our best around any situation that we're going to have to deal with. It's a lot of quick thinking and a lot of adaptability, but it's a lot of fun. Nicole, if you wouldn't mind explaining a bit of this big mushroom friend.
Yeah, so we've got a rather large mushroom friend here that is weak to fire, which is great. He also summons ads at some point. Surprise, sorry for the spoiler. And we're going to want to take those out as soon as possible. Not every fight is going to be that way. There's a lot of fights where you don't have to worry about the ads, but for the mushroom in particular, you want to try to take them out. But he's a fun guy.
I can't believe this. I give you the mic for all of how long? And you've done this to me already.
Well, now he has 2 other fun guys.
Well, now he doesn't have any more fun guys.
I can't believe you've done this.
But yeah, for this one, we don't have many options. We kind of just have our basic starter deck. We can't even change it at this point in the game. So we're just working our best with what we have, and what we have best is fire pillars, because this mushroom is weak to fire. So we're going to try our best to just dish out as much extra damage. We try to keep bravado up on our Millie. Our Millie is our top character, our warrior. Bravado is an attack buff. So we try to keep that on her as much as possible. And Copernica is our mage, going to be dishing out all of our magic damage.
They're very good.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're planning out our turns so that the little steam gauge that was underneath that boss, when that's full, that's when that boss summons the additional mushrooms. So we planned it so that we had the flame wave in our hand ahead of time, and we had enough steam to use it. Oh, probably explain that part of the card system. So this game, in addition to all the randomness from the cards have a number of steam attached to them. Some cards will generate steam, and that shows up on the top of the screen during battles. We can generate up to 10. And some cards will take it away, like the more powerful cards. So we have to plan around building up steam for our powerful cards and when we want to best use that steam. But also, what kind of RPG would we be if we didn't return to town and our house was on fire and our entire village was on fire? It's tragic. But luckily, the fire brigade's here. They're going to put it out.
This is fine.
I have full faith in them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of dark magic there, but I don't think it's anything we have to worry about.
No, shoot.
Oh, dang it. Why do they have to be the evil henchmen?
Maybe it's not fine, actually.
It might not be fine.
Oh, no.
Well, heck. Now we have to fight 2 henchmen.
We sure do. And
we do not want to see them intimidate.
Yeah. So
Intimidate is an ability that lowers your physical strength, and it can cause the fight to take 1 extra turn, which is not ideal.
We're trying to go fast here, almost like it's a speedrun or something.
Almost.
But luckily, I don't believe we spotted any intimidate at all. So that's really lucky. We're good. And yeah, and at this point in the game, we really don't have any like counter or anything to intimidate. That's all we can do is have our Millie give herself a buff, which just cancels out the debuff. So there's like not a whole lot we can do to counter it at all or anything. But we have a new friend. Galeo joins the party. He is our support character, so he's gonna be in charge of doing debuffs onto the enemy. What am I doing? But yeah, he's in charge of doing debuffs onto the enemy. He's in charge of healing our party members. He has some damage potential that we're not really going to be able to utilize because it may not look like it, but we are already underleveled. So Galeo is going to have even less damage than what he normally would. But yeah, if we were literally one level higher during this fight, we would be outputting 50% more damage.
Yeah, it's wild.
But unfortunately, it doesn't save us time to take the extra fight. So we just unfortunately have to deal with this boss in a very slow manner. And yeah, there's not anything really complicated with this fight. Galeo just got targeted by the enemy, and he has abilities that he will sap strength away. But if he does that on a shielded target with Copernicus mana barrier, then he won't heal any damage. And because our damage is so weak, it's very, very important that we try to prevent him from healing as much as possible. But yeah, this fight is unfortunately just a bit of a slow slog. So if there's any questions, Nicole, anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, so chat, you'll notice that if we play 3 of the same character's card, we get a 4th card. That card is based off of whatever weapon we're using and is a little additional attack. It's very good. And those are combos.
And that what attack that is dependent on what weapon our characters have. They have just default starting weapons right now. Copernicus gives a full party shield, which is very helpful. Armilli has Armilli just gets an extra attack and a little heal for herself. And Galeo gets a full party defense increase for 1 turn, as well as a tiny heal. But those combo cards are going to become very crucial as we progress through.
Also, I love that this boss's head is a canary. It's my favorite thing about him.
His name is Captain Canary. So it is.
That's great.
It is fitting.
Yeah, it's a shame we're never going to see him again.
Yeah, we'll never see this guy again.
Yeah.
He's an early game boss, so unfortunately he's just going to be out of the way.
Gone forever. 07, Captain Canary.
07.
What's really impressive to me is how fast you're selecting the cards.
Yeah. It's a lot of muscle memory and just a lot of muscle memory and quick thinking to get used to very quick button presses.
Yeah.
I am constantly in awe.
Should hopefully be enough damage. Please, Copernica, thank you.
Yeah,
excellent.
woo.
That was actually a pretty good fight.
Now, the storyline. Okay, so what is the storyline behind this?
Well, so far, we went on an adventure to get mushrooms for Copernica for some of her spell crafting. Hold on, we gotta get one quick shop here, and then I'll get back to that. Because it's a very important shop. We now have the ability to craft cards. This is what we wanted the 3 green materials for at the very first fight. Now, so we could craft unfortunate. There's a lot to talk about here. But yeah, we wanted poison because we have access to status effects now, and they're fantastic for the entire duration of this run. But yeah, story-wise, these bees are being frustrating. Are you low? You're making me regret bringing you on for commentary.
I can't believe you'd say this.
Oh,
sorry.
You know I'm gonna always capture this moment forever, right?
Yeah.
But
Commentaries cares.
But story-wise, we got back to our hometown. It was on fire. That's bad. So we're chasing down the people responsible, and that's kind of it for the story right now. The story kind of takes off as we progress. It kind of starts off just kind of general general RPG stuff to begin with. but a thing that I can talk about really quick is dodging enemies in the overworld. Outside of the fights that we have to take that are static and we will be guaranteed having to do them, there are ones that are just roaming in the overworld, and we're trying to go fast, so we try to avoid them as much as possible. So we kind of have to memorize what their typical movement patterns are like and do our best to adjust and find our way to sneak in as fast as possible to get past them. And now we're on to the queen bee.
Yeah.
And we're going to start this one off with a poison. So poison is a fantastic status effect. And it's useful for the entire speedrun, which is something I absolutely love about this run. In a lot of like Final Fantasies and stuff like that, status effects can kind of be like very trial and error and just like very incredibly situational. But not for this game. For this game, status effects are useful in almost like every single scenario. Some bosses will be immune to certain status effects, but almost no bosses are immune to poison. And poison is a 15% max HP damage for regular enemies, but against bosses it's 5% max HP damage for every single turn we have it active. And Galeo's poison stays on for 3 turns. So every single time we get that on there, that's a free 15% of the boss's maximum HP that's going to disappear. So we want to keep up poison as much as the bosses will allow us to do so. As much as the RNG will allow us to do so. So throughout this fight, I'm kind of like using up all of my redraws every single turn to try and get poison to shuffle back in. And unfortunately, it did not. So we missed 1 turn of poison, but that's not too bad. Unfortunately, this boss can also do that. Hyper evade is evasion. And because they used hyper evade on the turn I wanted to give them poison, that means if I tried to poison them, it would more than likely just whiff and not land. So ideally, we try to plan around that and like get poison on even when we don't really need it. But we weren't so lucky. So we had to waste 1 more turn, but not too bad. Also, nice crit Copernica. That actually made it so that the boss didn't get their final attacks off. It's great. Saved us a couple seconds. Oh yeah, the story at this point is that we're going to recruit the Heroes Guild to help us out to fight the ne'er-do-wells that burned down our town. And we're in very much a time of peace, and they very much turned their headquarters into a golf course.
As one does.
That makes total sense.
So we're kind of having to just do it ourselves. So we're gonna make one brief detour here. Get a brand new weapon for our Millie. And with a new weapon comes a new combo card. This combo card, which is if I use 3 of our Millie's cards in the same turn, will cause the bleed status effect on the enemy, which works kind of similar to poison, except instead of poison's case where it activates at the end of every turn, bleed activates whenever the enemy lays a card. And bosses often lay 2 cards, so it's basically a second poison for us.
Oh, interesting.
Also, this guy got captured, but he's making the best of it. He's just
having a time.
He's just like, man, you know what? I'll be stuck here for a while. I might as well take it easy. Just have a little meditate.
Yeah. When I want to meditate, I also lock myself in a cage. So honestly, I can relate.
Do you now?
Yeah. It's a very common practice, Ro. It's absolutely common. It's not weird at all.
Okay. I think I'm going to start doing this.
In this chapter, it becomes super apparent that we're underleveled. We should be about 9 and we are 6. So when we were underleveled by 1 level and it was a big deal, imagine now.
Yeah, 3 levels under, and the boss fight at the end of this chapter is no joke. Normally, it's pretty manageable. It's pretty manageable at a casual playthrough level, but at 3 levels underleveled, they can take us down pretty quick, and we don't have much damage to take them down quickly. So we're gonna do our best to manage our HP. But sometimes an ally will just get taken down and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. And we especially can't do anything about it because at this point, we don't even have any revive kits. If an ally of ours goes down in the middle of a fight, we just have to make do. We can't bring them back.
And the ally going down in a fight is kind of obnoxious for a few reasons. One, of course, it's not alive. The other is that its cards still get shuffled into the deck. So you have to deal with kind of their useless cards.
The Bravado, Book Bash, Electrolyze, Wrecking Ball for regen. We're making a brief side tour. We'll do this a few times to get specific cards and specific items and money. Lots of money. We need lots of money for this speedrun to go quickly, and we'll make side routes every now and again to deal with it, or to get extra money. But we also got Regeneration, which is a new card for Galeo, which is a 3-turn regen onto all of our party members, which is basically the same amount of healing that poison does. So very, very helpful over longer fights, such as this one. Okay. This is Clayton and Puppy. Clayton is the little gremlin lad. Puppy is obviously the incredibly large ogre. This one we want to start off immediately with getting defenses up, as well as getting statuses onto Clayton 2 times in a row. When Clayton gets full steam, he gets 5 tiers of evasion, which is like 75% evasion chance, which is very rough. Also, this is unfortunate. This is going to hurt a lot. So Clayton also does status effects. Clayton did bleed our Millie, and I needed bleed reapplied back onto Clayton, so I just had to eat 4 bleed stacks from Clayton, which is not ideal. Okay, but we got our status effects back, so did good bits of damage to start off against Clayton. This next turn, we're just gonna try and have Copernica give us shields in preparation for later in the fight, which we can do. We got another poison in the hand, so we can get that reapplied as soon as the next one goes off, but we're going to try and get bleed reapplied back onto Clayton next turn. I didn't get an Armilli card. That's unfortunate. We'll just reapply poison then. You might be wondering why I'm not using any status effects on Puppy. I mean, in general, I don't want to hurt a puppy. But also, the puppy can do... the puppy heals itself while Clayton is still alive. So any damage we would do to Puppy at this point would be completely wasted. So it's our best bet to just try and take down Clayton before they can do too much. I'm going to do this. Armilli is very low on HP, and we're going to need her damage shortly. But luckily, with the bleed and poison, that should hopefully finish off Clayton. Not quite. Okay, that's fine, though. That. Okay. Clayton's down, which would ideally be when the fight gets easier. Oh, no! Well, now you get to see what I was talking about when we have to just manage a team member being dead. We had a defense down debuff. Normally that hit does 40, but because of our defense down, it did extra. So now we don't get to have our bleed status effect on Puppy for the remainder of the fight. So Poison and Copernica are going to have to be our main damage. And unfortunately, Copernica does not have much damage yet. In one more level, Copernica would be doing probably like 20 or so damage per hit of the fire pillar, but she is not that level. So we're just going to have to deal with weak fire pillars and poison to kind of do the rest of this. And we're gonna basically, we have so much steam at this point, but our Millie is our steam user, so we're just going to have to make do. Use as many fire pillars as possible, dang it. But basically at this point, because we have Copernica and we have Galileo up, we should be pretty safe for the remainder of this fight. So, Rue, if you've got any questions about the run or anything you want to chat about, or Nicole, you got anything, we got some time.
Do you want to go first, Nicole, or me?
Go for it.
What is the meaning of life?
Oh, God.
Help others and hopefully make people's lives happier.
Aww. Aww. I was trying to be funny, but okay.
This guy.
Oh, this guy. You go ahead, Nicole. That trumped me.
I just got nothing.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give it. I didn't mean to give such an overwhelming answer.
Puppy at below 50%, they get a defense boost. Yeah, is it just a physical?
Yeah, just a physical defense increase, which if our Millie was still alive and she was doing damage, she'd now be doing half of the damage she was previously doing. But with Copernica, we got the fire pillars, so her damage is not affected. We're not doing great on HP. Hopefully we should be able to take this down.
He's a good pup, but a misguided pup.
Stop aiming at Copernica.
Yeah, get away from Copernica. Come on. Go to the...
Sir, I need you to stop.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask some more questions, but I think this battle is actually really intense. Okay.
Okay, well, it's done. You can tell we're under leveled because we just got almost 3 full levels of XP just from that one fight. But it's done. We sure didn't end the fight with only Galileo up and 40 HP. It's fine. It wasn't
not at all.
Nope. Totally.
Wow,
totally
it's
didn't
him
happen.
Oh, it's him again. Look, we got the key though. Clayton was known as Keymaster Clayton, so we got the key, and he's off.
Oh.
Hey, bye. Have a good meditation
Bye,
elsewhere,
buddy.
sir.
I hope
like
he finds
that
another
character.
cage.
Yeah, same. To meditate in.
Yeah.
One thing I supposed to mention with the last battle, luckily, we are not really punished on XP if an ally is down for a fight. They will still get full XP no matter what. So
That's good. I was actually going to ask that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
because if that wasn't the case, we'd probably have a slower speed run because we'd have to do some other safety strats. This slime needs to look to the left. Thank you. Yeah, in some of these rooms, enemies are already facing us when we enter, and we just need to keep reloading the room for them to look to the other direction, Mr. Bob.
Sir.
Oh my goodness.
This jerk.
Sorry. I didn't know that. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we just have to go in and out of the room over and over again, hoping for them to look the correct direction.
Yeah, the other way. The other way.
Yeah,
Yeah, the other way.
Exactly.
Your patients can't have a short fuse with this.
Wow. We practiced commentary yesterday, and there were precisely 0 puns.
That's a lie. I absolutely said fun guy. So check the VOD, Tom.
Also, hey, look, he did find a new cage.
Oh my gosh, huge. I'm so proud of him. He needs to figure out his life, honestly.
We can help him with that because he's our new party member.
Oh, that sounds
That's
cool.
Ulrich.
I will.
He's our next party member. He is critical to the second half of the speedrun. but right now he can't really do a whole lot. So he's actually just gonna sit on the sidelines for a bit. We're gonna stick with our main
You
team.
can meditate there.
Let's see. So we have one fight. There are no boss fights in this chapter, but we do have to do one fight here. And unfortunately, it is the enemy I didn't want to see, which is this mage. Ideally, there's a bomb that we would fight, and we get full XP if the bomb explodes. So we actually wouldn't care if they decided to explode on us. But unfortunately, we have to deal with the mage, and the mage did just berserk Copernica, which means Copernica lays an attack card that targets a random enemy, and also can't lay any other additional cards during that turn. So we can't do any combo cards whatsoever when an ally's berserked, and that's why we never want to see the dang mage.
I'm actually unconvinced that there can be anything but a mage.
I think the last 5 of my runs have all been mage, which is just very unfortunate.
Now, with the underlevel, like, how severely do you get underleveled? Like, I know it's bad, but how bad does it get?
Pretty bad. By the end of the game, if you're playing casually and doing like the majority of the fights along the way, you'll probably end up around like level 42 or so when you end the game. We're going to end the game at about level 31. We are going to have like 1,500 less HP, a significantly reduced attack stat, and everything. We have strategies that we can make do. But yeah, we are very significantly underleveled.
Tom, Ed would like you to know that the enemy design was amazing.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
That was amazing.
Amazing. We just went over this.
Did we get a red material from that fight, by the way?
I wasn't paying attention. I think I got a red material from chapter 2, though.
Oh, heck yeah. Certain materials are used for upgrades and things like that in crafting, so we try to keep track of what we've gotten.
We sure do. And with this, we found that the heroes were not resting on their laurels. The heroes were all captured.
Uh-oh.
So we just freed them, and now we have to take down the ringleader. In the big difficulty spike of this speedrun and of casual play, this boss fight definitely slapped me around a bit when I first did it. Got our first kind of big menu here. We need status healing items because we're going to have to deal with a lot of those coming up. We need an additional fire pillar for book bash. We need fixer for steam punch. Unequip, equip. And we go. And hi, dragon.
Friend.
Oh, also that
and
guy's
a friend
back.
we've never seen before.
Yeah, we've never seen him before. Interesting.
Weird.
Thought he was just going to be a 2-bit player in this story, but guess he just comes back. But yeah, this is a massive difficulty spike. This combo of characters, they are both massive jerks. Also, this is really bad that we did not get poison on either of our turns. RNG is not being kind. But the dragon can do a full team roar, which gives 2 tiers of reduced strength to the entire party. It also has a chance of paralyzing every single party member. Canary will do this. We'll cast confusion on our party members, which we can get rid of with smelling salts, and we definitely need to do that every now and again. When we need to, ideally, we're trying not to use our status healing items because they count as a card, which means that it makes it all the more difficult for us to Makes it all the more difficult for us to get our combo cards off if we have to use an item in the same turn. Okay, no paralysis from the first roar. That's good. Yeah, we're just going to do our best to hopefully keep up all our status effects as much as we possibly can. Shield up with Copernica every now and again. Keep up the poison the entire time. We're going to pay attention to our HP. That is unfortunate that they are targeting Copernica. She is our weakest party member. Shield yourself, ma'am. Please stay alive. We have one revive kit. We have one revive kit, so we can bring someone back if they get taken down. But ideally, we don't want to have to use it. Then Copernica's going to go down here. I'm sorry. Calculated death. Sorry, Copernica. We can bring her back, though. Bring her back. Get regen back up on her. Get poison out of the dragon. We're trying to take down Copernica or the Captain Canary as fast as possible. Okay, good thing I got the poison off before that paralysis. We're trying to take down Canary as fast as possible here because Canary lays 2 cards and Bleed is most effective against them. And the dragon is resistant to physical and only plays 1 card, so Bleed doesn't really do a whole lot for us here. I'm gonna have to heal our Millie. Actually, they're not at full steam. I'm just going to shield.
Within life on the edge.
Canary should only get 1 attack off. Yeah, and then he died to bleed. Okay. Hard part of the fight is done. So now we just have to beat up a dragon. The dragon, so long as we get regen every now and again, the dragon's not too scary from here on out because Canary was applying debuffs and stuff like that to us. But now we don't have to worry about that. So breathe a sigh of relief. Keep our poison up. Copernica's going to be our big source of damage here. We gave her an item that increases her fire damage by 25%. So her fire pillars actually do about 100 damage per use, and that's pretty strong for how underleveled we are. We're sitting at, what, level 9, I believe, at this point?
Yeah. It's low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this fight doesn't change at all for the rest of the fight, so got any questions? I am more than happy to answer.
I've got a question. Are you glad that this is definitely the last time we'll ever see Captain Canary?
He does have nasty status effects now, so yeah, I'd be pretty happy if we never saw him again.
Yeah.
All right. Fight should be done pretty soon here. Come on, bleed and poison. Ah, not close enough.
So close.
Okay.
So, I actually have a question. In terms of like the dots, which one would be the best? Is it poison?
Poison, yeah, overall, because it's the safest, or it will do the exact, or it will do all of its damage regardless, because it's just damage at the end of the turn. Bleed is dependent on how many cards the enemy lays. So, it's pretty good for the bosses who lay 2 cards or potentially more. But on the dragon there, we put bleed on. It does 1 tick. It does 50 damage. It's still worthwhile to put on, but it's not nearly as effective as the 200 or so that poison was doing every turn. While we were searching through the underground caves of what those evil knights were doing, we stumbled across. I will do menu before I say more because I'm confusing myself.
You can upgrade cards now.
Yes, we can. We can upgrade cards now. So we upgraded Heroic Strike, Armili's basic attack card, and Copernicus Fire Pillars. So they each do a decent chunk more damage. We also crafted Blindside for Galeo, which applies blind to the enemy. Which blind makes it so that their cards have a 50% chance of missing. So against certain bosses where we're very concerned over the statuses and stuff that they're going to do, blind is it's so fantastic. But story-wise, while we were rooting through the bad guy's belongings, we found some scrolls that Copernica recognized. They looked like scrolls from her mage academy that she trained under. So we're going to investigate them. And we've been locked out by a pair of nasty little twins. So we're getting
Can't believe this.
a root to break open the lock. And the root's protected by royalty. A royal slime.
Oh, that's that's adorable. I want to be a royal slime.
Yeah, he's got a lot going for him.
Goals,
Aw.
honestly. Royal slime.
Oh,
He's not
see?
happy though.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you get to have more slimes.
This is true, and he will try to summon more, but joke's on him. He can only have 2 out at a time, so it's kind of a good time waster / bleed procer when he tries to summon more. Also, we want to get bleed and poison on him ASAP. Copernica's now doing almost double damage thanks to levels and her new weapon. So there's a lot of good things going on for us here. The Slime King again. He's just he has a skill called Royal Flush. He's doing his best.
So yeah, this fight we kind of can start doing what's going to be for this fight and the next fight, which is basically just a real basic rotation. Galeo gets a poison on and maybe blindside. Armili gets bleed on, and then Copernica gets a turn for damage. And we're just gonna keep up that cycle because it's our highest damage output. It keeps all of our status effects active, and just our best way to whittle away at their health as fast as possible.
I love this guy so much.
Also, I just want to say this just because it's amazing. We had a great question. You want to be a royal slime? What, you jelly?
Oh my god. Without even looking at chat, I could almost guarantee you that was Ed. In my heart of hearts, I know.
In your heart of hearts is correct.
Yeah. And deep inside me, I just had a feeling. Also, he's a king. Put some respect behind his name.
Oh. Ooh.
He's not just royal.
He's the king.
He's the king of all slimes.
You will refer to him as such.
Also, he's,
He's also gone.
dead.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right. And with that, we can open the lock and enter the academy. Copernica's old
Yay.
stomping grounds. So yeah, we fought a few very devious enemies so far. Fought dragons, a bird in a cage on top of a suit of armor. Just the most terrifying creatures of all time. What kind of terrifying creatures are we going to run into at school?
Ooh. Probably old jerks.
Yeah. You are
Which,
correct. We do have to fight our high school bullies.
I love their actual names because they're the Delta Tau Punk and Omega Theta Brat, and I just think that's fantastic for them.
Yeah, these jerks. What we don't want to see especially, we're trying to take down the bottom one as soon as we possibly can. Because the bottom one can use an ability called Smoky Aura that gives 2 tiers of evasion to the whole enemy party, and I didn't want to see it. So now we just have to deal with the fact that the enemies just have a 30% chance to evade any of our attacks for the next 2 turns, which just slows us down. Well, luckily, this top one only puts a little shield on himself. Not too dangerous, as well as the fact that he is very weak to fire, and Copernica does some pretty great fire damage.
Goodbye.
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 And good, we got a purple material. So I had a weird instance happen. Like, there's 3 fights that can drop a purple material for us that we need in excess to do our strategy in a couple chapters. A very crucial strategy. And for the first time ever since speedrunning of this, I got 0 purple materials and just had to figure out a new solution on the fly. It wasn't a good solution, but it was a solution.
You made it work.
I think I still came in under 2 hours in that run, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
Which is, it was surprising to even me, because that was me even derusting on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, oh my, so I was doing more practice in preparation for this because, you know, I want to do a nice showcase and make sure everyone's getting to see the run in its full glory if I can. And so I was practicing Wednesday, not expecting anything whatsoever. Wasn't recording, and sure did get world record, and I don't have it recorded, so rip me. So let that be a lesson. Record your practice runs.
Oh, yeah.
Don't expect that it'll only happen on the stream or when you're doing dedicated attempts. It can just happen. So now I have to beat my new PB again. I did it once, so I can do it again. But
Yeah.
gosh dang it, if it don't regret the missed opportunity.
Yeah. Like, even if, like, and that's another thing, too. It's like, even if you don't have a timer on kind of thing, like, just recording is really good. And then having that, you know, just like a basic timer kind of deal. But because I know, like, sometimes, like, I have the timer, but I don't have, like, the splits open kind of thing when I'm practicing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
See, the same thing happened to me when I was doing a tech check for frame fatales. I got PB when doing a check. So
What game was this for?
It was a Phasmophobia IL.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I think I was but yeah. It's always something that it's like, I know what you're saying, where it's like you get a PB. I don't necessarily have done that where I got a world record, but you get a PB and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is if you could get it consistently, though, that's the thing. Like, if you know you could get it again, that's like the key thing right there.
I know for a fact you can get it again.
Yeah. But yeah. As well as recording your runs helps a lot for just like if you see a thing and you're just like, oh, how did that look? Or maybe I have an idea based on something you did during practice. It's nice to have it on hand. But in the meantime, oh, hey, look, it's another dragon.
It's another dragon.
It's another dragon. I was going to
This
say.
one is a big jerk because he can sleep an ally and do a full party blind. That's great. That's really great for us.
Okay. Luckily, that's all they did was put Copernica to sleep, which is perfectly fine for us. She just did a round of damage. This enemy is also very weak to fire, so our fire pillars do even more damage. Also, we blinded them, which means we were actually able to get no one blinded. We got no one blinded that round of Frost Breath, and that's amazing. Now, who's going to get put to... No one got put to sleep either. Okay, this is being very kind, Mr. Dragon.
Don't
We
say
like
that out
this.
loud.
Yep. Yeah, don't runner's curse? No.
Yeah.
And another full whip. Okay, this is the best dragon fight I've like ever.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good to hear.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Like we had to do like 2 status effects at the beginning to heal, but after that we were fine. And I think that's fight done. Yeah, it's fight done. That's a really good dragon fight.
Amazing. Rue and I are good luck.
So you two are going to join me on every speedrun attempt from here on out?
Sure. I think it's a little harder with me, but I could try. Can I play video games? Can I learn? No,
I don't know.
just
I'm
kidding.
going to need your full attention here.
Okay. Can I go in a cage to meditate?
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
God. Okay, well, it didn't look like it, but we just had amazing RNG there as well. So those 2 enemies are incredibly frustrating to get by because we need the top one to look right, the top one to move right, and then the bottom one to move left. That's like a 1 in 8 chance, and we just kind of have to reset the room and pray for it to happen at some point. And that happened first try. That's excellent RNG.
Nice. And we pick up Doom, which is a crucial card.
It sure is. This speedrun doesn't function without Doom. So it's 100% what we need to grab. But in the meantime, there's just more fight dodges in this chapter. There are no more fights. So we're just gonna do our best. Also, I've never mentioned it before now, but enemies, when they are activated, they do have a distance that they have a max distance they can walk before they have to try and go back. So if worst comes to worst, we can't sneak past them, we can leash them away and then just waltz right by because they won't chase us anymore.
I'm sorry,
Goodbye,
the
Mr. Slime.
chasing you is really funny animation.
It's very cute. I kind of love the slimes.
It is. I'm with you.
This is another annoying dodge. Oh, perfect. Those 2 enemies like walk at different speeds. So like sometimes they can offset themselves really easily and quickly. And sometimes they will just refuse to separate and you can't get past them. It's very frustrating. But that is chapter 9 down. And on to the final boss of the second act. And we got a very big menu here. So we are going to purchase the Hades Stone. We are going to craft Hot Iron, Envenom, Bushido. We're going to deck. We're going to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And Bushido for the masks. Equip. Journeyman. Magnum Opus. Unequip. Equip. And active party. We're finally going to see our 2 new party members in action.
Awesome. Okay, so
Oric and the
Nicole,
twins.
Yeah.
I have a very important question. I have a pop quiz. What just happened?
Oh, God. So he's really good at menuing, and it's kind of terrifying.
It is.
Yeah, basically just setting the correct items for each character, making sure you have the correct cards. Again, because you have to have 8, you want to make sure sometimes you have doubles of ones you want, but you also have to kind of factor in what you don't want to see a lot. It's there's so much that goes into it. It's wild to me. It's absolutely wild. And the twins have an Envenom card now, which is inconsistent and annoying, but has a 50% chance of inflicting poison when the character does physical damage, which is very, very good. And we're now in a battle against the head mistress. She has just a lot of HP, just a ton. And we get to see Doom in action now, though, which is a percentage max HP proc on hit. Because of this, we want to do as many hits as possible, which, thankfully, Oric Cyclone Slash does a very good job at. It does 2 plus 2x steam number of hits. So when you're at full steam, I believe that is that 22?
Yes. At full steam, we will do 22 hits. Each of them
Which is
with
wild.
Doom doing a percentage of the target's max HP. So hopefully we can get
Doom Cyclone.
There it is. We get Bushido because, hooray, Doom procs can also crit. And it's time for a spin.
Spin!
Wow.
And Doom Cyclone is going to be kind of the go-to combo from, here on out. It's incredibly good. But we do for now have to deal with Envenom possibility instead of the previous 100% chance of poisoning. Also, we're kind of on a time limit here, because she does this really fun thing called Equalize, which equalizes the HP to the lowest party member, but it doesn't matter because she's dead. Yay, woo!
Yeah, if that last hit didn't kill, that was the game over. I didn't have enough HP to survive her next 2 attacks. So, hooray for Doom procs. That was terrifying.
You had mentioned Bushido, and that gives a 45% crit chance to an ally, and since Doom procs can crit, hooray.
Yeah, that was our first instance of Doom, or Doom Cyclone, and that one did what I want to say, like 60% or so of the target's max HP in one turn. So it's I love it. Also, welcome to the worst fight dodge in this game. This fight we used to take, it does like 2 minutes, and it's very annoying. But we can get past it if the enemies will cooperate, and they are not cooperating. Although they're very low. I'm actually, you know what? I'm just going to try and sneak above. Dang it. That's what I wanted to try. Unfortunately, this is a bad combo of enemies too. The lad with the lantern has very different walking speed than the goblin. So trying to get them offset in the exact manner I want them to is all the more frustrating. Yeah, these two need to separate in a manner that I want. And as slow as this looks, it's still faster than doing the fight. Oh my god, they are not separating at all.
And they're being a little bit of a jerk.
How did you notice me? How did you notice me? How did the bottom one notice me up there?
Sir, absolutely not.
Okay. Maybe the next time around. No, why are you walking twice to the left? Get out of here. Come on. Oh, boy. Well, so what do you guys want to talk about? We got some time here. These two are not cooperating. Actually, hold on.
You got it.
Yay!
The second you say something, then they're like, hey, actually, now we work. And it's wild because that's still quicker than taking the fight.
It sure is. And I do see that question in chat, why we don't just keep Galeo to use poison and instead use the twins in Venom, which is percent chance. We have to have our combination, or our party combination there of our melee and Auric and the twins to do our Doom Cyclone combo, as well as get our bleed stacks on. So we need poison, but without Galeo, we just have to deal with the terrible odds. But now we're at the end of this chapter. And
oh wow, huh?
Huh. This guy again, huh?
Wait.
Okay, well.
Amazing.
So I was lied to this whole entire time?
Yeah, kind of twice actually. Yeah, sorry about that. But we're gonna take him down. Our approach is to just get statuses on him and Steam build up into Doom Cyclone, unless the cards don't cooperate, in which case we have backups. So it's he'll go down. We got him.
So are we not going to see any more Canary anymore?
For real, no this time.
We can technically see him again.
Oh.
In one little cutscene, we can see him again.
Amazing. Also, we now have Cut Purse, which is a one-time per use, or one-time per fight, and our second deck thinning option.
Bad cards.
Captain Canary is just a very resilient little guy. Just keeps coming back.
Gosh, dang it. I'm not landing any poisons. The Doom Cyclone's not really going to be doing a whole lot here. We have a second Doom, which is awkward. I'm getting no good combo cards either. We're just going to have to hope that this poison finally lands. Thank you. All right, and not ideal that we have to get the confusion off. We made the twins immune to confusion, but Oric and Armilly are still weak to it.
Gosh, it's so much damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not even as much as we wanted, just because we weren't able to get any real poisons or anything early. And we're not getting bleed back anytime soon because the game is saying no Armilly cards for you. So Oric's going to go down here. Hopefully we can just get bleed reapplied, and then that'll be the end of the fight. And go down, please. Thank you.
Goodbye, Captain Canary.
All right.
Goodbye forever. Maybe.
Forever, this time for real.
Never to be seen again. Also, there's a little glitched exclamation mark there. I think that's Captain Canary hiding behind a tree.
Oh. That's very cute.
That is. I agree.
Yeah, we got a tip from the headmistress before she passed away, respectfully, that the bad guys are looking for an evil, mysterious artifact, and it's in around this area by this disheveled town that happens to be the twins' hometown. So we're going to investigate.
We learn about moon juice, but we don't use it at all.
Sure
Wait.
don't.
What's moon juice?
Delicious.
Oh.
It's the type of drink that tastes like purple.
Oh, kind of like what Lulu does in
Yeah.
League of Legends.
That tastes like purple.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've got you. I definitely wasn't playing that the other day.
I always wondered what purple tasted like all the time.
Ooh, we got Against All Odds, which is a very good card that gives us steam and has a 50% evasion chance for the whole party for the turn. It's fantastic.
It's a very useful card.
And this
also,
is a very tough puzzle.
Oh no, a puzzle.
It's very hard.
Okay, we got it.
Oh, wow.
Tough every time.
I was on the edge of my seat, honestly.
This
Wait,
chapter, you're supposed to like go around town to find the 3 sigils to open the gate, but the solution never changes, so we just know.
Oh.
Also, who could
I
have
was gonna
predicted
say-
a third dragon?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
He's got haste.
And he's green.
Yeah, he's got haste, but like, whereas that does allow him to attack more per turn, it also causes more, damage to himself if we have bleed on him. So, haha, joke's on you. And do.
And also, once this fight's done, I believe we're gonna take a short break. Because I think we should be at just about the hour mark here. So we can hydrate and stretch and all that fun stuff.
Go in our cages.
Yeah, that's where I meditate, just to reiterate that. I'm going to build a meditation cage. Is that weird? Don't please
You
never
made a
answer that.
sound booth. It's close enough.
I did make a sound booth. It's nothing like a cage. It doesn't have a lock.
I mean, we can get you one.
Oh, huge. Can we get okay, I'm getting a lock for my sound booth. Then I'm just going to meditate in it.
Unfortunately, we had like 4 chances to land poison with Envenom. We sure did miss each and every one of them. Thanks, twins. Always appreciate you.
best.
But now we actually get to see Oric's combo card here, which gives Oric 4 additional hits on a random target. And if there's only one target, it's just 4 more hits onto the main target. It's excellent. But hopefully, twins, you have 2 more chances to land poison. This fight ends if you land 1 of them. Thank you.
Yeah, woo, yeah.
All right.
Well, that is awesome.
So we got like 5 more seconds, and then we'll reach the chapter transition. So we can pause in 3, 2, 1, pause.
Well, that is another chapter complete on chapter 12. It was amazing. Thank you for that. We will be, as mentioned before, we will be taking a 5-minute break just to go into our cages. All together, by the way, to meditate. And to
Group cage. Ooh.
Yeah.
and let's get some water. And then, stretch those legs and everything. We'll be back soon with some more Legally Cute. Hello, everybody. We are back with some more Legally Cute with all the GD cuties. We came back from our cage. We all had our group meditation. Now we're going to get back into a wonderful time. But before we do get into this run, I just have a few things just to talk about. The SGDQ 2023 is coming up on May 28th through June 4th. That's coming really soon, and it is going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you're interested in attending the event, the registration is now open until the 7th. So, if you're interested in going, gotta get the registration in there. If you're interested, go to the gamesdonequick.com and get all that information. Also, this weekend coming up for the 6th and the 7th, we are having the Sonic in the Parallel Worlds, a weekend-long event featuring all the Sonic fan games, the mods, and more starting on noon on each day. If you want to use the command Sonic in chat, you can learn more by going there. Also, just one last thing, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick hotfix. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. Alrighty, you two, we are back with some more SteamWorld quest, Hand of Gilgamech, and we are having this be run by Mechanicalist Tom, as well as with our lovely commentator, Nicole Goodnight. If you two would like to say hi for anyone who comes in, and then let us know when you're ready to go, Tom.
All right. Hi, I'm Tom. I'm still doing the speedrun.
And I'm Nicole, and I'm still here probably.
Probably.
Yeah, well, you never know.
You might just get up and leave.
I might just leave. Leave you to do this all on your own. It's fine.
You do this on the day of the cute hotfix. Can't believe this.
Yeah, well, gotta learn to fly, baby.
And fly we shall. So let's get back into this. We can start again in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, woo.
And after beating the lightning dragon, we are on to the Colosseum. We have some Colosseum fights that we got to do. So we're up against some regular enemies. We got to change up our weapons, do a bit of deck change so that we can take down regular enemies better, because our normal build right now is just entirely built for bosses. And Auric is really great for single target damage and is not great for regular enemies. So Copernica's back in. She gets to throw out more fire pillars and shield our party, because we're going to need those shields, because we do not get any heals between 3 fights in a row. Oh, good first hand. If I could get my hands back in working motion. We got 3 Colosseum fights against regular enemies here, and we're gonna get poison on as soon as possible to get that taken away, and then we're gonna let Copernica and our Millie do the rest of the damage.
We also have a new combo card.
That we do. We no longer have to rely on Envenom's 50% poison chance. Hooray! We now just have the flat out ability for, if we do a combo card with the twins, we get the card Skunk Spray, which poisons the entire enemy party for 3 turns. It's just so much better than dealing with Envenom. one fight down, and with that fight, we get like 25% more damage. Because, again, we are under-leveled.
Just a little.
Just a smidge. And Copernica, we got this card earlier called Arcane Detective, and it gives us an extra steam for the next 3 turns just for free. It's a very good card, but we didn't really have it quite in the cards to use it earlier. But now that we're doing a little bit longer fights, and we want Copernica's combo cards to come into play so that she shields the whole party, now is a perfect time to bring it out. Nice. Thank you for giving me more twins cards, because I need that poison up. And unfortunately, our Millie got froze there, so she can't dish out any damage. We're going to finish you off before you can do anything. Before this fight ends, I'm going to try and throw in some heals. Pretty much only the twins need to heal because they have such low HP and they've taken good chunks of damage. So hopefully after this, I was going to say hopefully we didn't finish that enemy off, but our Millie did a crit at an amazing time, but also bad now that the twins start off this fight with lower HP. Good, we can get poison on right away. No Doom, which is unfortunate because we want to get that on the big enemy back there, so we can take them down before they do anything nasty. Oh, there's Doom. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that, and you're gonna get healed. Okay, that's all right. It's fine. I don't need the Arcane Detective. Thought I could use it, but it's fine. Unfortunately, that bleed was 1 turn too slow. We didn't get the extra bleed proc from the card that they laid. But that's okay. We should be able to finish this out pretty quickly now. It's got 2 little weak enemies that unfortunately decided to freeze my poison user. I wanted to get poison back, dang it.
They knew.
They knew.
Said no.
Okay. And that should be fight.
Yay.
All right. Arena is
Nicely
done.
Now, my
But no
understanding are the... Yeah, I was going to say, these battles are going to get a lot more, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yes.
And no rest for the wicked. We're on to one of the hardest chapters of the whole speedrun.
Oh, chapter 14 is very hard. It's so difficult.
Gonna need a little focus here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is real rough.
2,
Very
3,
hard puzzle.
1, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Oh, chapter's over.
Whew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The roughest chapter, yeah. Well,
Really?
no. It's very easy.
I'm so gullible.
There is an
I was
optional.
so quiet,
I'm
too.
sorry. There is an optional fight here that we don't take. It's a duck that cries on you. It's very sad.
Oh, I don't know if I want to see
Yeah.
that fight.
Well, he is also a truck. He's a duck truck, so I don't know if that helps or makes things worse.
He
That
also does a one-hit kill move on your party member at some point in the fight.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
So
But
he
yeah,
dumps-
this is similar to chapter 12. We were supposed to roam around the map and find these sigils, but we already know the solution. And the gate to the finish is right at the beginning. So just input the password and we're done.
I'm so gullible.
No, it just didn't know.
Okay.
No, I do like the fact that there is a duck that is a truck. That
Yeah.
I do like.
Duck Truck, big fan. Huge fan. The fact that he cries on you, fantastic.
Can relate.
We honestly have done this. We get 2 new cards here for the twins, Epidemic and Raven Strike. Epidemic is phenomenal. It spreads your status effects to the entire enemy party and refreshes it. It's just amazing. And Raven Strike can blind, which is also phenomenal. And look, the big mean tree.
Big mean tree. Surely there's not an evil artifact buried under this big mean tree. And surely big mean tree wouldn't betray the one who created it.
No, that would never happen.
Can't believe this happened. A tragedy.
Here we really don't want to see bad breath.
We will see bad breath.
We will, but we don't want to.
Sure don't. So this tree is secretly the Final Fantasy Marlboro. So this tree can do a lot of nasty stuff to us. When they're at full steam, they will do corpse breath, and that corpse breath can poison, blind, confuse, berserk, and many other status effects. So we have them blinded right now, and this will last through the corpse breath. And when we have a free turn, hopefully, we will, or when they are at full steam, we'll also use against all odds from the twins on that turn. So they will have to check through the 50% chance of the blind hitting. It will have to check through the 50% evasion chance, and then all the statuses have various degrees of chance of happening. So let's pray. Let's pray we don't get anything nasty.
I believe.
I believe.
Come on.
We believe.
Okay. Just poisons. That's perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Also, we have the perfect cards for next turn, too. So we got Doom on right before the bad breath. We got Poison activated on the same turn. We got Bleed activated for all those procs. And we have full steam. And hopefully the tree will cooperate with a Dark Harvest. It heals itself by removing its limbs. But that also means that Oryx combo card now only has 1 target, so we get 4 more additional Doom proc hits onto the main body. And there goes the vast majority of its HP, and actually might be the end of the fight. End of the fight. That was an excellent fight.
Hey. GG.
Let's go. That was nicely done.
Okay.
You'll be happy to know that chat was making a lot of tree puns.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Like retrieve, we retrieve, or we believe.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Also, this artifact seems important. We'll take it with
it's just
us.
glowing.
No.
Oh,
just
bad idea.
glowing has screaming faces on it. It's fine. Surely
Yeah,
isn't the dark
it's fine,
artifact that the enemy people were going after. Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
They found us. This guy is actually, you might have seen him throughout the run. You see some statues that you save at and heal at. They're statues of him.
Gilgamech.
That's Gilgamech. He was the hero that saved the world and brought on the time of peace, and he sure is the bad guy now. And he sure did steal that evil artifact from us.
Why do they always go
Gilgamech's
bad?
a jerk.
Why? Just why? Are you sure? Because I'm not gonna fall for it this time. I'm pretty gullible,
we're not misleading you this time.
Are you sure?
Gilgamech is bad. Yeah.
We're not deceiving you this time. Basic plot synopsis of why he decided to turn evil is he needs an ego boost.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the times are peace. There's no use for heroes anymore. So he's just been not doing anything since his success. So you know what? He'll just have a second success and, maybe end the whole world again.
Yeah, it'll be
it's a
fine,
solid plan.
probably.
That's 2 times in practice, recently that's happened. Normally, even if that enemy sees you, you can still just waltz right by them. Not the last 2 times I've done it, which is very unfortunate. But it's fine. The slime was not nearly as perceptive as the druid. Also, nice SteamWorld Dig reference. I don't know that character, but they are wearing a sombrero and have a guitar. Also there? Since when were you ever that close to catch me off there? Okay, well, this chapter's just being
Absolutely
very
not.
rude. Please let me by. Thank you. All right, we got a different team that we're gonna have to do here. Striking Hero for Heroic Strikes. And another Epidemic for next chop. And we're gonna have Copernica back in, because we need some shields for this fight.
Friends.
Friends that we colloquially call the Snogers.
Which is very cute.
Can we say that
One
5
of
times
them's a
fast?
chieftain.
What was that, Rue?
Can we say that 5 times fast? Everything y'all just said in the past.
Absolutely not.
Bold of you to assume I remember what I just said.
Snoker.
Aww. I take that.
They're very cute. One's a chieftain. And we can now showcase despair.
We sure can. So these jerks are very strong. So we're gonna start off with some shields, ideally, and we got evasion this turn. Hopefully that will make some of these attacks whiff. And we're trying to build up as much steam and status effects as we can get our hands on. Unfortunately, I didn't get the status effect I wanted. So hopefully we can get 3 cards here. Hopefully we can get Heartbroken Hero, Epidemic, and Raven Strike. Because so far we haven't really been able to do too much against these enemies, and we're just taking a beating. Well, we got 2 of the things that I wanted, which is unfortunate. Defend the twins, Raven Strike, Epidemic. So, we're just trying to get all of the status effects onto all of the enemies. We are missing 1 status effect still. They're all blinded, so they all have a 50% chance to just whiff any of their attacks. They're all poisoned, they're all bleeding. We are missing just 1 more thing, and that is this Heartbroken Hero. Heartbroken Hero causes despair. Despair makes it so that they can't heal. 2 of them have regen active, and now it will be completely useless. So now every other turn from now on, we're going to try and get Epidemic onto the field. And just to be safe, to make sure the twins don't go down, and that I can use that Epidemic when it comes back. Now we're hoping for all of these status effects to keep ticking away, because some of these don't count as bosses, so they're taking much more damage. They're taking much more damage than they normally would from the status effects. But now it's all active all the time on all of them. Now as soon as one of them goes down, which will hopefully happen during the bleed or poison, unfortunate. But now, whenever one of them dies, they cast a card to get stronger. They're all bleeding, so every time they lay a card, they get hurt. So they just keep ticking away at their own HP. And now the fight's done.
Dominoes.
And now they're down.
Yeah.
All right. I'd say we probably got somewhere around this vicinity of like 45 minutes left of the run, and only 3 chapters. We've had 16 chapters, but the last 3 are very long.
I was about
Big
to,
beefy-
yeah.
Beefy
Go ahead,
boys.
Nicole. Sorry.
Oh no, it's just beefy boys.
This is our basically the next chapter or 2 is the Conquer Ourselves chapter. We start seeing these hallucinations of previous chapters and such. And that might be a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to some of the bosses that we might see in this chapter.
Is Canary coming back?
No.
Oh.
We didn't lie to you.
Technically, oh my god. That was a free walkthrough, and I sure did run into the enemy. That was just a mistake on my part. I'm getting too confident.
Have confidence.
Yeah, have slightly less confidence. Be a little bit safer when walking past enemies. Ah, dang it. That guy spotted me. I'm just gonna leash him back here. Come on. Come give me a hug. Oh, no, you're afraid of hugs? Okay. You know what? I respect...
He's got big sharp claws.
I respect your boundaries. Weapons. Serrated Claymore. We're going to craft a new card in Terror. Gonna deck. Inspiring Hero, Heroic Strike for the bottom 3. And Steel Strength Epidemics for Siphoning Mind and Terrors. Unfortunately, that last battle against the Snogers was the last time we'll see Copernica. It is Armilly, Auric, and the twins for the remainder of the game.
07 Copernica.
We really should have Copernica in this next fight, because story-wise, it would make a lot of sense. But no, she's not fast enough. Interestingly enough, so when we first were routing this speedrun, taking everyone back on a history lesson, this kind of started with Roos and Stilljaws working primarily on a Copernica route of this speedrun. And then I separately got interested in the speedrun and just kind of, it was like my first big, not big speedrun, but like my first kind of like foray into like taking a run very seriously and routing it and stuff like that. So I kind of just did a lot on my own as just a new adventure for myself. But so yeah, we were kind of like going back and forth. They were actually the Copernica route and the Armilly route were like kind of like head on head, just like keep saving time here and there, but also keep finding advantages one over the other. Eventually, Armilly did win out, so like Copernica was cut out after like chapter 5 or whenever we got Auric. But then eventually later on, a different runner came in, a different runner by the name of Show, who has many world records in this game in many different categories. But they came in and made me route, or they did 100%. And in the process of 100%, kind of had the thought of just like, why are we not using Copernica in earlier fights if Auric isn't that useful earlier? So now we kind of have this very long-running hybrid route where we're kind of using everyone except for Galeo. Galeo gets the short end of the stick, unfortunately. Also, unfortunately, we had a big oops in that our Doom faded away before we got Cyclone Slash back in the hand. So I need to pay attention to my health. I need to try and get Doom back up. Taking it a little slow on my menuing to try and get this right.
I was gonna say, so earlier when I said that I had a friend run this game, you mentioned my friend.
I presume Roos.
Yep. I know Roos and Smashy very well. Well, Smashy, but we come from the Ori days.
Yeah.
Aww.
And I love those two. But yes, Roos was the person, and I was like, oh. It's interesting to hear that in the aspect of like, oh, like my friend did that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roos was the first one with any time on the leaderboard. I think his first time was like 4 hours. Cut that down pretty quickly, but man, I never thought this run, like within the first year, I never thought we'd see this run under 2 hours. let alone about a year ago after implementing like some of the 100% stuff into any percent. Seeing this run now has a world record for show under 1 hour and 50 minutes. Like,
wait, it's 1 hour and 50 minutes?
Yeah. 1 hour and 50. Not just to make sure it's not people aren't thinking
like
115.
115. yeah. That's fair.
But yeah, like it's like 149.57 or something like that is their world record.
Oh wow.
I was not expecting we'd ever get that low on this speedrun. But new minds and new strategies can produce some fantastic results.
Yeah, that's what I love about speedrunning.
Who could have saw just another dragon?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey!
who could have predicted the game would have yet another dragon for us?
I don't think we have
Also, you made
enough.
the last.
Go ahead, Nicole. Sorry.
You made the last fight look really easy. Chat, Headmistress, Shadow Headmistress is very difficult. She has this very fun thing where whatever damage type she's hit with in a first and a turn, she gets immunity to. So it looked like an easy fight, but very much wasn't. This dragon is also not great. He can roar,
that's
but
really
also adds
bad.
poison to the entire party, which you see here.
Yeah, poisoned the whole party and also decided to paralyze the entire party with a roar. Oh, that's really bad luck.
Kind of puts you on a really tight time limit for this fight because of the poison.
So hopefully, unfortunately, we don't have bleed for a lot of extra damage, but we did get a new card and put it on before we got that spin on. We got Terror. Terror is a new card for the twins that reduces the enemy's arcane defense by 25%. And Doom procs are arcane damage. So that makes Doom 25% stronger when we decide to use it that way. I'm just gonna play it safe with a heal and a couple hits because Bleach will finish the fight. I just don't want to potentially game over. There. Yeah, I might have game over if I didn't heal there. Oh boy.
A lot of quick thinking with this speedrun.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you have to be like very, very reactive.
Yeah, it's very RNG heavy, very adapted heavy based on what the cards are gonna give you on any given turn and trying to plan 1, 2, 3 turns in advance. It's a lot of quick thinking, but it's a lot of fun. I do love doing this speedrun.
Yeah, it's really impressive. As a speedrun and watching it, it's very fascinating because, I mean, the menuing alone, but also the fact that, like, you have to plan ahead while being on the fly, if that made sense. Like, the being adaptive and reactive. But yeah, so it's just kind of, that's what fascinates me about it. And then plus, like, I kind of understand how card games work, but it's really fascinating to see how, like, the elements and then the combos too. That's what's, like, really, really cool.
This game has a lot of unique mechanics that I haven't seen in a lot of other RPGs, let alone other, like, card games and stuff like that. So this game was a lot of fun casually, and increasing the difficulty on this completely changes the kind of game you're playing sometimes.
Oh, really?
Because like enemies that are like super resistant to an element will now be completely immune to that element alongside having just like more HP and more damage. So it completely changes how you have to go about a lot of fights, which is probably a big reason why the only any percent runs that have been done have all been on Squire.
Interesting. Okay.
It's yet to have anyone route out even just a normal difficulty run. So it's a challenge to any of you interested. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. I can actually help you out. There's got a lot of various knowledge of this game in my brain, and I'd love to ping pong some ideas around. But now we have to fight another tree.
Twee.
This is an awkward. Oh, that's a very awkward first hand. I didn't want to get Raven Strike the first turn because Raven Strike would then fade away before Bad Breath comes out. I didn't want to put Doom on early because we didn't have any status effects active. Oh, man! I never like using Doom early. They're forcing our hand. This is gonna be a really bad fight. I'm not gonna have against all odds or blind for the Bad Breath. Oh. I think I'm just gonna have to just deal with it. And that's not the ideal outcome, but it's gonna have to be. Also, 1-2 twee or 1-2 tree.
1-2 twee.
Can't believe this.
Twee.
Okay.
Can you believe it though? Can you?
I can in fact believe it. Let's get the status effects back up. Let's use what Steam we have on the Doom that's active. So still do a good chunk of damage. Won't finish, but the status effects are there to hopefully keep up damage while I'm recovering from the Bad Breath. What do we got? Wow! It's really lucky. The second, that's incredibly lucky. The second tree has even worse status effects that it can do with the Bad Breath, and I just completely lucked out and only got a blind on our Millie, and that's something we can absolutely manage. I ideally want to see a Doom, because if I get Doom, I can finish this fight. Also, our Millie's blinded, so please land the bleed. Of course you didn't.
She is very, very strong.
Sure is, and we don't have any damage. Please give me Doom. I used it in the second turn, and it hasn't come back to my hand yet. Please, just give me Doom. This fight's over if you give me Doom. Please don't let me have to deal with another Bad Breath. Thank you.
You just had to ask nicely.
There. Was that 5,000 damage overkill? Maybe, but the tree deserved it. All right. That's the final fight of chapter 17. Whew. Okay. But actually now, secret final appearance of Captain Canary. He's in a meditative cage now. And you know what? He seems real peaceful in there. It seems pretty safe. So we're just gonna leave him.
Aww.
Yeah, he can meditate some more.
Yeah. We'll meditate with Canary later.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nicole, if you got anything you want to say about the run for the next 2 minutes, we got like 2 minutes of menuing, and then I'm gonna have to like take over for the next till the end of the run because it is a lot of thought. A lot of thought goes into the next bits.
A lot, yeah. So at this point in the run, we are under-leveled by about 10 levels. So if you remember how bad that was when we were under-leveled by 1 level, if you remember how bad that was when we were under-leveled by 3 levels, we are now under by 10. But we're going to get some recovery items and get all of our shopping out of the way. And the next few fights are going to be particularly difficult. As Tom was saying, he's going to have to do a lot of on-the-fly moves. We are going to get a new accessory. It's the Ogre Slayer. It gives us a 70% chance to land a crit if the enemy is above 70% HP. This is phenomenal when there are multiple enemies, of course, because that's multiple enemies to get a crit on. There's going to be the first fight. We're going to be doing different types of damage against different things. We are also upgrading Expose, so it now reduces the physical damage or the physical defense of the enemy by 2 tiers, which equates to 40%. We also are going to have Haste, so we can play 4 cards after the turn that Haste is cast. So that's going to help a lot, not only for getting that extra card out, but also for creating combos. And of course, again, we're going through a number of different fights coming up. We're going to see a fight that has a full party attack debuff, which is super fun. We're going to see just a whole lot of different things. A fight where there is someone that has healing, which is just the best. We also, eventually, I don't know if we did it yet or if it's going to be at the end of this chapter, we're going to be upgrading Doom. And that's going to make it last 5 turns instead of 3, which is absolutely critical.
All right. So last chapter, we had to face ourselves in like a more metaphorical sense by beating the last 3 chapter or act bosses. And now we're literally facing ourselves. We have to fight shadow clones of all of our different selves. So with this one, we have a completely different way of doing damage. We're not going to be reliant on the next fight, or on the next 3 fights. We're not going to be reliant on Doom Cyclone to do our finishing. We are instead going to be reliant on our Millie having a massive combination of stacking buffs and debuffs to do one incredibly powerful strike. So hopefully, that's the Bushido. I'm gonna go for it now. Should hopefully be enough. We Bushido up, we get our Millie some more steam, and we go for one final strike. 7,300 damage from a single strike from our Millie. Because also, in addition to we are not using Doom Cyclone in these fights, all of these enemies are resistant to arcane damage. So even if we wanted to use Doom Cyclone, it would not do nearly as much damage as we've been seeing before. So we are instead relying on our Millie to dish out this massive combination of guaranteed crit from Ogre Slayer, using all in conjunction with Auric, attack ups, defense downs, a big old stack of many different things to take down enemies in a single hit. But we wanted to take Copernica down first because she does shields for the whole enemy party, and they are very nasty shields. This is a bit of a waste of the full steam all in, but I need to take the anti-Millie down. But yeah, that Copernica can cast full party shields, and it's like 2,000 HP is how much those shields are worth. It's just an insane amount of damage, or an insane amount of extra HP we would have to deal with if we didn't take Copernica down. As well as her full steam card can kind of do what the Dragon's Roars did. In that it can fully paralyze every single one of our party members, and we just don't want to see that happen. So we build up everything to take down anti-Copernica right away. Someone's probably gonna unfortunately go down to this full steam attack, but I wanted the statuses on. Ooh! So that's very, very lucky. The twins got a card in a piece of equipment in chapter 11 that gives them 1 tier of evasion all the time. It's like a 15-20% evasion chance. It's a great piece of equipment. We haven't taken them off of them this entire time, and that totally just saved their lives. Ooh, and that's why we put it on there, because the twins have the lowest HP by far of any of our party members. And when we're under leveled, they have even less. So they need any form of defense that we can get. And now we're up against the twins themselves. The top one is the mage and status effect dealer, and the bottom one is damage. And we're going to try and take down the bottom one first, if we can. Okay, that's an early steel strength, and it didn't land on our Millie. That's actually excellent. So now we're going to delay the bottom one. We're using Stone Lion on Auric, which actually causes flinch to an enemy, which means one of their cards just disappears and it doesn't go off that turn. It's a very, very powerful. And it also gives Auric a different mask equipped, because Auric is kind of like a stance character. You can change stances based on what mask he's wearing for different boosts and such. and the stone mask just increases defense. Oh! So, Brute, the thing that I'm using, the Ogre Slayer, has 70% chance for crit if the enemy has higher than 70% HP, and we weaken them too far. So instead of a guaranteed kill on them, we didn't get the crit. So, unfortunately, we did a bit too much damage. And unfortunately, I think, yeah, both of them go down. That's okay. We buy extra revive kits for this reason. Okay, but now that's the hard part of this fight done. That's all we have to do at this point is just build up steam and build up damage to get back on track here. So hopefully we can just get an expose, and then our melee can just finish off the enemy. There we go. Ooh, I need that card. Perfect. Please be enough. Land your crit. Thank you. Didn't kill. Unfortunate. That's okay. One more hit. Okay. And the anti-twins are down. Now, we only have one more party member to face the shadow forms of, and that is Auric. And before we do that, we stop by here really quick because we got a second tier of upgrade material, which allows us to upgrade some more powerful cards. So we upgraded Doom. Instead of lasting 3 turns on the enemy, it now lasts 5. It doesn't do more damage, but it's so much easier to work on around when it lasts for 5 turns. All right, and for this fight, we are going to do chip damage on the front one, set up the top one to get downed in 1 hit, and then just kind of ignore the bottom one for the time being. Unfortunate. Because the top one at full steam does a very, very, very powerful move, and we don't want to see it. And our melee got a strength increase from the last fight, meaning she does significantly more damage now. So she can at this point, I can probably one-shot. I probably should have one-shot there, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It's fine, I'll just one-shot now. Get exposed on you. Shoot, no, never mind. Expose, because we did the love. I'm not adding Auric to the damage. It shouldn't matter, because we have full steam. But I wanted the poison up to start doing tick damage to the front. That didn't do enough damage. That's not great. Hopefully this should finish off. Please. Thank you. And please apply it to the front one. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because the bottom one has been doing a lot of healing stuff. And that's Auric's healing mask. It also has a property of basically the reverse of Doom. It will heal Auric on hit. Because not only if you're relying on Doom Cyclone to do all your dirty work for the speedrun, would you get shut down by all the arcane resistance from these anti-fights, you would also get shut down by the fact that you, with all the small damage hits, you would basically do no damage to the healer enemy. Also, Armelian and Auric are low, but it should be fine. Get a free turn here. Auric's still alive. We are going to set up poison, and just to play safe, get a heal on. So So hopefully we can get all in back in. We can finish off the bottom one and then just do regular bits of damage to take down the other. Didn't get it. Just gonna go for a big hit onto the front one, see if I can't take it out. Nice. Perfect, actually. Perfect. Now I just need... just need all in. I think expose... No, expose probably goes down this turn. Yeah. Okay, perfect. That gave me a twins card. Earth. That's not what I wanted. Hopefully it shouldn't matter that we're not having the extra damage from Auric. Okay. All right. We're done facing ourselves. That doesn't mean we're out of the woods. Because now we have to face the big bad himself. We have to face Gilgamech. And it can be one of the fastest fights in the game. And it's also can just give us a game over if it so pleases, because it's also the hardest fight in the game. Axe Chop, Cut Purse, Expose, 4, Steel Strength, Terror, Raven Strike, Stone Lions, 4, Cyclone, Crit Mask. I have... Yeah. Oh no, that's bad. We're supposed to have... No, that's right. Thinking to the next fight. Okay. All right, Gilgamech. If everything goes well with this fight, it will end in like 6 turns. It will be very fast. We will be at very low HP, but it will end that fast. If it doesn't happen that way, then we're gonna pray we don't get the worst. Okay, though, not ideal start. Not ideal start. Okay, blind's not ideal to start, but we need the statuses on. Gilgamech has a lot of nasty things he can do. He also goes into phase 2 once he reaches half HP, and he removes all debuffs at that time and heals himself back to full. So we're trying to just get our status effects to do a lot of the work for us at the beginning section here. And we want him to use his full steam attack. We want him to use his full steam attack after. We want him to use his full steam attack after before he goes into phase 2. Okay. Blind is saving us a little bit. We do want Steel Strength. Okay. Not ideal with that, but that's okay. The statuses should proc him into phase 2 after he gets his big attacks off. And luckily I weakened him. I give him a lot of debuffs, so this shouldn't do nearly as much damage. Okay, we're good. Please don't hit Auric again. Okay, everything's off. So now... Well, not what we wanted. It's okay, we can get bleed back on. We want to get poison and we're gonna get poison and doom on. Okay, he's countering, which is perfectly fine for us. Doom, terror. There we go. Got the steam. Got the Cyclone Slash. So right now, if I would hit him, he would counter every single time I hit him. And luckily, the twins have just a lot of debuffs, which don't count as hits. Just don't hit Auric twice. Okay, we should be in the clear. No! Just enough damage. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. We have Doom on for quite some time. We got our status effects. We did the blind for their full steam attack. That should be fine. Still hit it, but we're okay. We don't have much steam, which is unfortunate. Okay, he's charging this turn. So we have time to build up steam, and then we can finish this fight with the Doom Cyclone. Had to do a little bit of backup, but that's okay. And we're done.
Wow.
Okay. So ideally what
Yay.
happens there, we build up a heck ton of steam. He goes into phase 2. We get poison and doom on, and then we just doom cyclone him down to basically 0% HP or 0 HP because Auric has a new equipment on where if Auric lands a crit, it does percent current HP damage. And with the crit mask and Bushido and Auric's innate critical chance, he basically has 100% crit chance. So Gilgamech has like 25,000 HP. I could reduce him down to 1,000 HP or less with a full steam cyclone slash. Or full steam doom cyclone slash. But it didn't cooperate and we didn't get quite the cards we wanted. But we survived. And we're on to the final chapter. Woo! Okay. Well, that was the most
really
dangerous fight. Thank you.
That was. Yeah, you did a great job.
Okay. Always stressful to have a speed run where the hardest parts are right at the end.
Yeah.
And we're real quick gonna purchase upgrade cards for our Millie so she can pump up more damage. Get some more recovery items. Luckily, we were sitting pretty well on recovery items. Brave Busters for a Spine Hero Heroic. And Steel Strength. Raven Strike. Terror for Axe Chop. And Expose. And Gilgamech is a stubborn one. He didn't save the world for nothing. He's still doing his evil machinations. We got to try and stop him. One more fight against him. But he actually can't kill us this fight. Basically a show fight. He does percent current HP. It looks like he did a crap ton of damage. It's basically pre-generated how much damage he does to us.
He can waste our time, though.
Sure can. He can use Berserk if he wants to and prevent our combo cards from going off. Luckily, I got a haste before that Berserk, so I can still get a combo off if I wanted to. But I think I just need pure damage because at this point, I think with Brave Buster, yep, that's enough to trigger the end of the fight.
Yay.
And we couldn't stop him. He's just too dang strong. He won't stop. So he's gonna summon the big evil back. But he beat him. He beat him once. He can do it again. You know what?
He'll be fine.
You don't often root for the villains, but we have a little faith. It's been a few years. He's maybe not as young and spry as he used to be, but he's still got this.
He's doing a great job.
Could do it. Here's the big spell. Didn't seem like it. Oh, didn't.
Heck.
Oh, now it's our problem. So now we need to go stop the big planet-destroying beast. Easy.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
I don't know. I got tricked a lot, okay? I'm a little hesitant on this.
All right.
He's a friend.
Yeah, he's a big friend. He's furry, covered with, I think that's trees, so we'll count it as fur.
But trees? What? Wait.
I don't know.
leaves- yeah, it's fine.
It looks grassy and branchy.
Vines, probably.
But fur is soft. And vines.
There's
are-
some trees out, or some leaves out there that are pretty soft.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a soft tree boy. There. We're focusing the hands here.
So the way this boss fight works is that you can't do any damage whatsoever to the main head until the hands are taken down. So we're trying to do a little bit of setup, but also just take down the hands as fast as we know how. Okay, that's good. We're going to aim for the top hand first because the top hand can do the time stop that's currently happening on our melee and can also paralyze our party members. So we want to take that down before it can do anything too nasty. And then we are going to get set up for our Doom Cyclone onto the main head of the beast. We don't need all that much damage. We don't need all that much damage on this first phase because there's a damage gate. We can't completely reduce the boss's HP down to 0 after one after one turn. So we can use pretty much as much steam as we really want to take down these hands quickly here. We just need like 3 steam or so for a good Cyclone Slash to take us into the next phase. I'm really hoping for... I'm not getting any good cards for our melee to finish off these hands. Come on. Come on, RNG. Also, the top hand counters physical attacks and the bottom hand counters magic. The counters are not terribly strong, so we don't have to worry about them that much. So hopefully this should be enough. With the bleeding poison, that should be enough to take down the boss. So now the head opens up, and we are going to show that head a Doom Cyclone Slash. If I had a Cyclone Slash, that's not good. We never want to see the head do anything, and I didn't get a Cyclone Slash, so please don't take down the twins. I was going to heal them at the end of this fight. Thank you. Now please give me a Cyclone Slash. There we go. And I'll get a haste for next turn. And yeah, the percent current HP damage on crit for Auric just completely melts the boss's health. He has like, I forget exactly how much, but like 38,000 HP or so, and it does not really matter to us. Okay, let's do that. Get a full heal onto the twins, keep them nice and safe. So now we got to rinse and repeat here, but this time we want to go for a full steam Cyclone Slash. We want to... Where did my heal go? What happened to my heal? Did I use it on the wrong target? I'm just confused. I have no idea what happened there. But that just slows us down. Gonna have to get more heals in, but I want to get poison up. Poison, that. Hopefully Auric survives and I don't have to re-up anything, and then I'm probably gonna take a safety turn to heal, provided Auric doesn't die. Please don't kill Auric. Thank you. You know what? I'm just going to do a big safety heal turn. I'm not going to worry about nonsense happening again where the mouth has a lot of nasty attacks you can do and they get worse in the second phase. So I'm just not going to deal with it. Okay. We'll use Expose on the bottom. Okay, we have plenty of steam. I need to start just dishing out all the big heat, all the big damage from our melee to take down these hands quickly. But I also want to do a little bit of setup so that we get poison back on. Hopefully, in just a couple turns, our melee should be able to dish out enough damage to take down the hands. She just needs a Bravado and a bunch of Brave Busters. Good. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, it's top hand down. Unfortunate, not the 70% chance crit. We got Doom active. Auric shouldn't be paralyzed anymore. This should hopefully be able to take down the hand. Yeah, with statuses, it should be down. We have plenty of steam. Just don't kill Auric. Oh, unfortunate. I'm really hoping that this works. Please take down the hand. You didn't take down the hand! Auric! It had so little HP! No! I wasted all the steam. Auric, please. Oh boy, okay. Luckily we got another Doom. Oh boy. That's not good. So we don't want to see what it's going to do. It might do a bad breath style attack, which it did. Okay, nothing too nasty. Twins are down. That's okay. Or twins aren't down. Let's do this. I think I still have... I should have healed. Auric's gonna die to poison. Oh boy. So did I mention this game's RNG dependent? It's very RNG heavy. Oh boy, because it's giving us its namesake today. This boss does not want us to finish it off. But it's at basically 0 HP. It's still poisoned, and its mouth doesn't close in the third phase, so time is coming up very shortly. Poison will probably actually kill it, but we need one extra hit. Actually, no, that's time. That...
GG.
We did it. Oh my god, nice. Nothing went right in the final fight. Oh, nothing went right in that final fight, except for the end. Normally, it kind of gets like a little glitchy where the boss dies, but like a hand is still alive at 1 HP for some reason. And we have to do like one extra hit to finish it off. But no, luckily it obeyed and just passed away due to poison right away. And we didn't have to do anything else. Yeah, that is the SteamWorld Quest any % Squire speedrun. It's a lot of fun. It's very thought heavy and a very adaptive heavy and pretty tough, but I love this game so much and I love this speedrun and it's a blast and I hope everyone enjoyed.
It certainly
and we get to listen to a lovely little credit song.
I love this song so much.
I do want to hear the song. In the meantime, great job, by the way. That was a really great speedrun.
Thank you.
I was wondering if there was any shout outs you would like to give. I'm listening to the song. But yes, in the meantime, if there's any shout outs or anything you would like to say, go ahead.
Will do. The ending song's only like 30 more seconds, so if we got the time, we'll just pleasantly listen to it for a bit.
Okay, perfect.
And we get to see how everyone ended up after the story is done. Gilgamech gets to man the mini golf course. And the behemoth is the actual course.
That's actually really funny. Is the 18 hole?
Oh, Captain Canary's fine.
Oh, Captain Canary is with the duck truck.
Also, there's duck truck in the back there. And a slime.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, that's SteamWorld Quest. But yeah, shout outs. Shout outs to Nicole for helping me out on commentary.
Of course.
Shout outs to Cutie Roo for asking me to do this. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope all you people out there enjoyed it. Shout out to all of my lovely communities I'm a part of. I appreciate all your support for watching me do this run so many times. I had things in my head, and then immediately, now that it's coming down to it, they are disappearing. Shout out to the other runners of this game. Shout out to Roos and Stilljaws, the earlier runners of this. Shout outs to Prosho, who's like the world record in I think every category that has a speed run of this game. And shout outs to Peanut, another runner of this game. It's been an absolute blast figuring out faster and faster ways to finish this run, and never did I think that I would get under, or that we'd push it under an hour and 50 minutes. But we've done it, and I think we were about 2 hours today, which was world record not a year ago. So pretty solid run, even though RNG was not kind to us. Yeah, I don't think I have any other shout outs. Nicole, do you have any shout outs?
Just thank you for having me. I really like this run. It's been really fun to watch you do it and get it lower and lower, and I can't wait to see you take world record.
I will. Eventually, maybe after GDQ. Because I have a few things that I need to take care of before GDQ. But yeah.
Well, that was really, really fun. I have learned a lot today.
You've learned to have a healthy amount of distrust of Nicole and I, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad because I feel like all the sass I gave to you, you're just going to give back to me for Golf It, so.
Well, now that you've said it, I have to. So I've got to practice my sass commentary.
Yeah, they'll come naturally to you. Come on, please.
I definitely have to see this. I love the vibes. Definitely have to say that for anyone who is going to SGDQ, that is coming up, just a little reminder. But I just wanted to say thank you for being on the show. Thank you for running the game and then the commentary, and it was a blast. I learned a lot about cages and duck trucks and slimes and how to not trust you too. But I'm just kidding. I trust you plenty.
Thank you so much for having us. Also, I thought of one last shout out is that Nicole is doing some what is the word? Announcer or hosting for GDQ. And also is going to be speedrunning Golf It at GDQ during the silly block.
And
very
Tom's
exciting.
going to be on my couch, so you can see more Tom there.
It's going to be great.
And
Nicole
the
always
schedule,
does an excellent job.
Yes. And I would definitely, I would say definitely watch that. The schedule is there too, and I will post it in chat for anyone who wants to see the schedule. But yes, definitely big shout outs. Gotta represent Frame Fatales, or just more women in the speedrunning community. But definitely have to watch the Golf It.
It's going to be fun.
Yes.
You're going to get another tie.
Yeah, totally. I'm not going to betray my best friend live on GDQ again. That would be silly.
But yes, so definitely check out SGDQ. And just for anyone that doesn't know what SGDQ is, that's Summer Games Done Quick. It happens for a week-long fundraising event that's 24 hours, as well as it just features a lot of speed runs, and it will be happening on site, but also on our channel right now that we're on right now. And it's going to be from May 28th to June 4th. I will also be there, but I'm there for different reasons. But anywho, I hope everyone can check out the schedule that I just posted there so that everyone can see when Nicole Goodnight's going to be speedrunning. Also, when Mechanicalist Tom will be on the couch. By the way, you might get a surprise on the couch. So,
And more things to look forward to.
Yes. Anywho, I hope you all have a wonderful night. That is the end of Legally Cute. Definitely, if anyone wants to get a part of the community, I was posting the Discord, the speedrunning, and the pins, and check that out. And and check out these two when they're going live on Twitch. Alrighty, everybody, you all stay beautiful and have a wonderful Friday evening. to a very nice long week, and you all have a good one.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for having me. Goodbye.